Well, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. Good times with Scar here, bringing you another super awesome Minecraft episode. And in today's episode, we return to the Scarland roller coaster project to work on our station by building the queue and the chicken exits and all sorts of other great stuff. So let's get this episode underway. Alright, and welcome back to Scarland, and it's always great to have you here for another super awesome build. And it's also really awesome to be back and making videos once again for you guys, and hopefully you guys are going to enjoy today's video. And I do once again apologize for the absence in videos. I did make a little video on my Scarland series, kind of explaining where I've been and kind of why, and also talking about my new PO box and things of that nature. But hopefully you guys can have a chance to check that out, just to keep yourselves, updated on things that are going on around the channel and stuff like that. But yeah, it's great to be back, and hopefully we can stay healthy and continue to make super awesome videos here. So we're getting our supplies together for today. And what we're going to be working on is the queue. So we're going to make up the switchbacks. We're also going to do some fun things. I think you guys are absolutely going to love the chicken exit. We're going to incorporate some chickens and some mine cars. I think you guys are going to really like that. And I think for now we've got the supplies we need, and we can get started, because we're going to start just kind of laying down the floor, and then slowly upon that just building up detail, adding layer by layer detail to the build. And it's great to actually be back. I can't express that enough to be back here finally making videos for you guys. How about we do a full tour here to start this video out? We'll go to the very front of the ride and we'll do just a quick little overview of what we've done so far in the project. And I bumped up my render distance a little bit. You can see the bridge looking kind of cool over there. But yeah, look at all the progress we've made on this over the last few months. We've got the two sections of the station almost fully complete now. Now we're on to the fun part of building the stations, building the, the stuff that makes the mine cars and things go, which is really cool. So coming into the lobby here, we can see the massive scale of the project with the chandeliers and this beautiful floor down here looking super fancy. Now we are a bit behind on this section, which we do this area on Twitch. So we'll be working on this weekend. So definitely follow me on Twitch to be notified when I do go live to watch that series. So we're in the lobby here, and what we'll be working on today is building the switchbacks. So we're going to build a switchback queue that goes back and forth along here. And this, of course, will be the chicken exit along here. So that's a way of getting off the ride if you change your mind at the last second. And yeah, so let's get some supplies out, and what we're going to do is we're just going to do some basic floor building. So I'm just going to kind of clear out things that I won't be needing and start working on the floor. And I think we're going to do this in the super fast build mode. So let's hit it and get going. My oh my, look at that beautiful view out there over Mount Scar. Isn't that beautiful? But anyway, we have been working very hard in here and getting the floor all situated and loaded up. So we've got that all built down. And as you can see, I've been kind of fiddling with this right here. So this is kind of the very start of the queue. So these are kind of the, the little walkway, separators and things like that. So I'm just basically getting a basic layout. As you can see, I placed down a block there and then kind of worked some fences along here. So that's just a very, very basic start to that. So one thing we need to do is start to run this additional pull of our milk chocolate along here. So this is just going to give this area a nice little boundary, and will break up the monotonous of all of the dark oak, of course. So this will just help keep the, keep things, having a couple different varieties of color in it. It's always good to kind of mix it up just a little bit. It's good to, do it like a large section of one color like this, but then come in with a small bit of accent. Never go, 50-50 with this. When you try to like break up a certain color within a build like this, I've always found, at least, let me know what your experiences are, of course. It's never great to go, a whole 50-50 in it, and it just looks kind of funny that way. So one thing I would like to do is find my supply box. There's my supply boxes. There they are. Got those all loaded up, and there we go. And then let's just make a couple extra of these guys. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then we're just gonna jump on down here, and then we're gonna run these across here like this. It's getting a little dark. It's getting a little dark, but as you can see, things are starting to come out. I can't tell you guys how exciting that is for me to see progress in here that starts to make it look like a roller coaster. It's starting to give that feel like, wow, this could actually eventually turn into something that might look like a roller coaster. So this is what's exciting. This episode's really like the first episode where we're building the actual roller coaster things. Like, we're really like getting into the nitty-gritty details here, looking super fancy. As you can see, this dirt along here is going to go, and it's going to be replaced with andesite, and then the actual track of the coaster is going to be on top of that. So that's pretty cool. All right, so I'm just going to place these guys on top of here, and then I'm going to slowly think about working this piece in here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to figure out where I want to line this up from here. So let's say we bring this piece out to, this is where it gets difficult to try to help line this up. This is a temporary block, just something for me to stand on. I think something like this wouldn't be bad. I think that's what we're going to do. There we go. That's how it's going to be. As you can see, we're going to do kind of a little design like that, spaced out by 3. So then we can, of course, come over here and then just space that out again by 3. And then we'll just get a basic layout like that. Beautiful, beautiful. And then swap that out, bring this guy in, bring that, beautiful. And then swoop in here and add these additional pieces like that. Nice, nice. I'm loving it. And I finally get to show you guys this design I love. Adding a fence post here and there, and then a gate in the center just makes that look kind of cool. Just adds a little variety to it, and it's just doing something different. So I think it looks pretty cool. All right, this section might not work. Yeah, actually it probably will work. We'll be able to do it. There we go. And of course, if we need to walk through there, we can. Beautiful. It's exciting. It's really exciting for me to finally be able to show you guys my vision for this whole project that's been taking kind of a long time. This part's a little bit funky dunky, so I'm not sure exactly what I want to do right here. I would like to add maybe something like that, but I guess I could run an additional layer across here. We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out in a little bit. Let's just get this basic layout kind of going along here so we can add the majority of the queue and getting that going. There we go. And of course, we'll just swap these pieces on top like that. There we go. And then bam, bam, and a boom, boom. Looking super cool. There we go. I think after this episode, you guys are going to really get a good idea of how the design of the entire track will go with these same colors going throughout the design like that. But yeah, let me kind of work on all this repetitive stuff, and I'll be right back. All right, and welcome back. So we've got the pathway lined out a little bit better. So what I've done is I've added some milk chocolate under these slats. So we kind of swap in here and then add a little bit of milk chocolate under here and then so forth throughout the area. And I think that's gonna look pretty cool. I still have quite a few areas I still need to add it, but adding that below, I think just kind of makes it kind of come out a little nicer. It gives it more of that accent color that we were talking about prior. And yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. So what I've done here is this is a switchback along this little corridor through here. So as you can see, the line kind of switches and switches back like so, looking super fancy. And then of course that pattern down there I've brought to the center, which I'm going to leave the center open, as you can see, for the future redstone mechanics and things will go into this area. So I kind of want to leave that area open so that I don't interfere too much in that part. All right, so just gonna bring these guys over here real quick like so, and then I'll just add our standard pattern of fence, and then gate in the center. I really like that. I think that looks really cool. There we go. and then just come on over here and do the same. And then, of course, just to top it off, we put a little, just a little stone on top there, looking super fancy, There we go. And then just do another one right here. And you might be seeing there's a little hole in the floor right there. I think this would be an awesome spot for a maintenance. What? Or this could be the XP hole, where XP just magically comes out of it. I have no idea where that came from. That was really weird. But anyway, that's the maintenance entrance. I think we can, open that up and then be able to access, where we'll have all the redstone for, different things in case things go bad, which, that's going to happen. You know what happens when I dabble in the redstone. Oh boy, that's going to be fun. But anyway, let's see. Actually, I want to do a pattern maybe like that. Let me swap that back. Do something like, yeah, that's going to look way better. There we go. But as you can see, the switchback, that's so cool to be able to build some of my favorite things is theme park design. And, building some of the stuff in Minecraft, this is the greatest thing ever. The original switchback was actually, I think I read in one of my mini books on theme park design was, actually this is not going to look right, but oh well, was actually for the submarines. Like they had such a tight confined area at Disneyland. And when they built the submarines in '58, they needed to do like something to like cram as many people into a little section. So they kind of came up with a switchback pattern that they've used pretty much in almost all the rides going forward in some way or another. And yeah, switchbacks were kind of invented for that particular ride because it was such a tight confined spot because the Matterhorn was, behind it, the monorail was on top of it, and then the rest of Tomorrowland was kind of on its side. So there was little to no room for, a proper queue. So they kind of like, well, you know what? We don't have any theme or anything for the actual ride. So it'll be like, good old friends like coming together or something like that to like have a conversation. You see somebody in the line and then you see him again a little bit later down. You have like a conversation and then you wouldn't see him. You talk to somebody else. Yeah, that never really happened. But that was their original thought. Like people would have like conversations in the queue and stuff. No, people are just grumpy and want to get on the ride. They just don't want to wait in any lines. Sorry, Imagineers. There we go. And then I'll place that right there. And then, of course, we'll top that on the top. And then right here, this is going to be ride dispatch. We're going to have a villager right here with like a console, with different commands for the coaster and stuff. And then he'll have, access, make it look like, this is somebody who, operates the ride. Looking super fancy. Looking super fancy tonight. All right, and then let's see, we'll get that going right here. Getting that going. There we go. And then, of course, let me swap that back and grab out some milk chocolate and then run those along here, creating that beautiful line look. There we go. And then I am nearly out. Do I have an extra set? Oh, I do, because I'm always prepared. There we go. Swap that back and then place another one right there. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, this area is not concrete. This area is not a concrete design along here. Things are definitely going to change when we add the redstone because the redstone is going to come into right here. So we're going to have to do a couple little different patterns through here. But for now, I'm just going to kind of keep it at this. So we're just going to kind of, at least get something down that looks relatively nice for the episode. But when we come back in the next episode to do the redstone, this area definitely will change. This area will definitely change a little bit. Because we got some different stuff we're going to do. Got some different stuff. There we go. So that's just temporary through here. We're going to like do a little bit different stuff in this area. But yeah, looking super fancy so far. Looking super fancy. Now let me swap that back and grab that. And now I know you guys are getting excited because it's almost time. It's almost time for the chicken exit. Oh, this is gonna be great. So who's excited for the chicken exit? Because I know I am. I am very excited for the chicken exit. Okay, so right here, let me swap out a few materials and let me grab my additional supplies in here. So one thing I would like to do is add a garbage can. Just a garbage can that you'd, find right here. I would like to add a few extra little details to it, but I'm going to leave it at that for now. And a drinking fountain. I want to add a hook right here, but I don't have any hooks on me, so I will have to go and get those. But all right, chicken exit time. Chicken exit. So let me figure out here how I want to actually do this. Let me dig down one more block. Okay, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. because I don't actually have anything to attach that to. Okay, so give me 1 second. Let me get a hook and fix the ground below it so I can add the redstone torch below. All right, I went and got a few more supplies so we can finish this area up. There we go. So now we've got our garbage can because, you know, most rides usually have a garbage can at the entrance. So, you know, you throw away your foods and different things like that before you enter the ride. There we go. And then we've got ourselves a drinking fountain. Awesome, looking super fancy. And then, of course, let's grab out, let's see, how do we want to do this? Let's do something like this. There we go. And then we'll swap in, of course, our little toppers. There we go, looking fancy. And then we'll stick that guy back there. And then we will just bring those along there. Awesome, very cool, very cool. And then, of course, this is the great part, guys. This is the great part. So when I mentioned the chicken exit in the very first episode, a subscriber mentioned, I believe it was the super awesome Claire, who's a longtime subscriber, mentioned that we've got to incorporate chickens somehow. So I thought, well, chickens, huh? How shall we add our chickens? So this is what I've got. We're gonna set these guys up like this. There we go. And then we're gonna like magic get myself a chick. There we go. We got a baby chicken. Well, it'll grow up into a big chicken eventually. All right. We need to grab out some more eggs. Come there. No. Oh, there we go. Okay, we got 2 baby chickens in there for now. All right. So I'm sorry, little guys. Get out of there for now. Get out of there. There you go. I don't want you interfering with the chicken exit. There we go. And then let's cut this open. And then we'll do like a little sign up here. It says something like chicken exit. And then we'll do a nice little landscape pathway for the person that chooses not to ride the Scarland roller coaster and decides to go out. But there we go. Look at that. That's great. Haha, that looks hilarious. Eventually, when they actually grow up into big chickens, they'll look a little bit cooler because they'll have their wings flapping and stuff like that. But there we go. We now have the Scarland chicken exit complete. Got ourselves a drinking fountain. Got ourselves a little garbage can to throw away our things. And there we go. We've got our queue. It's all set up, which is super exciting. Now, some blocks are a little askew, and they're mostly there just as placeholder blocks, like this section right here, just for now, because eventually when we add the redstone in here, which I'm not 100% sure how exactly it's going to fit in here, I'm just leaving this open here just so we have something that looks nice for the episode, but we will have to tear some of this area out. But yeah, there we go, guys. We did it. We did it. One step closer to actually riding the final ride of the Scarland roller coaster. And will you be brave enough to ride? That is the question. And well, guys, this has been Good Times with Scar, and I always really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. And if you believe the video deserved rating, that would be much appreciated. And until next time, we'll see you later.